Spirit Hill families, welcome to week 4 of Advent, the Sunday of Love. In our devotional today, our theme is to choose love, to choose love. Now, before I go over some of the activities found in our family devotional for this week, our last week of Advent, I really encourage you to visit the church's YouTube channel to watch today, Sunday the 20th, Early Life Moment. This moment was created by our youth director, Toby Aubert, and it features one of our high school members, Grace Crespi. Their messages on love are amazing, and I myself cannot recreate those. So I really strongly encourage you to pause my video here and watch theirs. It is actually included in this email. Now, one thing I really want all our families and our children to understand that each Sunday in Advent, we have highlighted an action, whether it is hope, peace, joy, or love today. These actions we sometimes think should come easily. Like we should just be able to have hope and joy and love and have peace in this world. But as we know, these things are hard sometimes. They're very hard for us humans to embrace and to follow through on. So they are things that we have to do ourselves. They are things that we have to choose to do. Now today, I'd like you to think about ways that you can choose love. Now that can be in many different forms. It can be what we think of easily. We love our family, love our parents, we love our siblings, our grandparents. That can actually be one of the easiest ways to show love. What can we do something to show love to our family or to our friends? And when I say we love our friends, that might make some people uncomfortable, but think about it. Do you have a best friend? Do you have a few best friends that you are always close with? During this time of the pandemic, it can be hard to have those friends nearby. Our family has one family that we are very close with, and we spend time with them. We have made it so it is safe for us to be spending time with them. And although we may not say we love them verbally, our actions show that we love them. We spend time together. We do fun things. This past week, there's been lots of snowman building and playing out in the snow. There's been sharing of hot cocoa. You may not think of those things as love, but they are. They are actions that we are showing to this other family, our friends, and wanting to choose to spend time with them. Now, there is also love for ourselves. Sometimes we are the hardest on ourselves. Over the summer, I touched on a little bit about that during Compassion Camp, about having compassion for ourselves. And that right going along with that is showing love for ourselves. How can we show love for ourselves? Can we, sometimes in our heads, we have lots of voices talking and saying, oh, we are not good enough. We are not pretty enough. We are not strong enough. We are not smart enough. Stop those voices, because you are. If you weren't, God wouldn't have made you. God gave all of us abilities, and he gave us love, his love for us. So silence those voices. As you can see, this is a strong thing that I want you to practice this week, is choosing love for yourself. Celebrate what you have done. Maybe it is something in school. Maybe you are still playing sports. Maybe it is a project. Maybe for me, I have been knitting up a storm. I have been making some amazing creations, and I am feeling very proud and love of what I have done. Now, the last thing I'd like you to work on is how you can bring love to those outside of your circle. So outside of yourself, outside of your family, and outside of your friends. What can you do to bring love to another? How can you model or show love? Those are two things that I would like you to think about this week, is how can you choose to love? And I'd like you to try maybe even sharing that with your family members. Sometimes it is hard to talk about love, but it is the first step in choosing love. Now this week there are a few different activities in addition to our coloring sheet. Don't forget to keep working on your Advent calendar. You can see Ben and I and my husband have filled in a few more. My favorite this week has been number 18, which is listening to Christmas carols. I am stuck on John Denver this week. You can ask maybe your parents or grandparents about who that is, but I've been really enjoying his Christmas carols. And the last activity is an activity to help us remember to choose love, to treasure love, the love for others, the loves for ourselves. This is our treasure box. And it opens up and reminds us to choose love. Now this activity, usually a lot of activities we encourage you sometimes to give to others. In my background here, I have our bird with our hopes. I have the little chain here. You don't see my other activity, what is something that we are joyful for. So I have my peace activity and my hope activity. But this one, I encourage you to make and keep for yourself as a reminder of how you can choose love daily. Now I do have, there will be a separate video showing you how to make your treasure box, because I am gonna admit, I read those directions and I was a little confused at first. So what I did is I put together a little video on how to make your treasure box. So this week, I hope you will do 3 things. I hope you will watch our early life moment. I hope that you as a family will come together and talk about ways that you can choose love. And I hope that you will be able to take a moment to do your treasure box activity. Now, I'd like to close today in prayer. And I am going to close with the prayer that's found at the end of our family devotional. Loving God, thank you for loving each one of us no matter what. Choosing love is hard, especially when we are anxious or frustrated. Give us the courage to open our hearts and choose love even when it is not easy. Amen. Spirit Hill families, enjoy your last week of Advent. Find moments to choose love, but also to find joy, to bring peace, and to have hope in our future. I will be joining you back on Christmas Eve with one more email, and then I will be taking a little bit of time after Christmas to be with my family, so there will be a break in emails until the first week in January. So, happy Advent, Merry Christmas, and have a wonderful New Year. Bye, Spirit Hill families.